So today I want to talk to you about the contingency, just definition of contingency, what that looks like when you have a home to sell and you need to find a home to buy. So, of course, this is like the age-old chicken or the egg situation. What comes first, what's best, and everyone has their own practices and methodologies, but I can only share from my personal professional experience what I think is the best thing for you moving forward when you have a home to sell and you need to find a home to buy. Step one, I would say, let's assert your time frame and figure out that we're working on the right, scope of time in the calendar that works well for you with your goals. And then step two, I would suggest that we put your house on the market because we can't figure out if we're going to get you the dollar amount that you're looking for without putting it out there to see if there's demand. And we can't figure out if we're going to find you the perfect home to move forward with if the perfect home requires a situation, meaning that your home is under contract and you're not there yet. We just really want to set you up to succeed. So what I have seen happen when I'm representing sellers, especially sellers who don't have a home to buy, is that they really want to know that the buyer has taken some, if not all, of the necessary steps to make them feel comfortable that the transaction is going to close. As a seller, I'm sure there are a few things that you're really concerned about, right? Probably number one is money. Number two is smooth, process, just it's going to be exactly what you expect it to be, what your real estate partner has told you it's going to be. And number three is you want to know that it's going to get done, right? Like if you know you're going to make the money and you know it's going to be smooth, you want to know that that actually leads to a successful end of that transaction. So with that in mind, because you are a seller, I really want you to think with the seller filter on. Thinking about the fact that when you're selling a home, whether you have a home to buy or not, it's really important that the buyer of your home has taken the steps necessary to put you in a position to make it a smooth transaction for you. And so oftentimes now when we're talking about a buyer who has a home to sell, that's going to look like they've had their home at least placed on the market. Ideally from there, if it's not just on the market, they've passed due diligence or they've passed finance and appraisal, or maybe they've closed. Maybe they closed on their home to be so strategic and strong that they don't have a contingency anymore and they're staying with friends or family or they're renting a space. So they can be as flexible as they need to be for you in the experience and also for them, but really at a benefit to you as a seller to show strength. Being strategic about that part of it shows strength in a way that doesn't always have to do with financials, doesn't always have to do with the dollar amount that's being offered to be competitive. So now that we have that frame, that filter placed on this thought process, I really just want you to think about the fact that the next seller may want that of you. And if your home isn't at least on the market, they're going to feel like you're putting the cart before the horse and there are all these steps you need to take in order for them to move on, in order for it to be smooth, in order for them to know what's going to get done. So the thing I want you to know about here, the way that we can problem solve this issue and make you feel comfortable and confident in moving forward in listing your home is that we can place a contingency on the sale. And that contingency is subject to you finding a residence. So if you're going to sell and you're going to buy, ideally you're going to do that with the same strategic partner as your agent, me. What you want to do is you want to have the contingency in place. You want to have the contingency that says this is subject to you finding a residence so that if for some odd reason we don't find you a home, you're not stuck being homeless. You're not stuck selling the home. And then the second part of that is that if we do end up finding you a home, then great, right? Now we've got the dominoes in order. We've got your home on the market. Ideally, we're already under contract. We've moved through the process, so we know what dates we're working off of. We know what we can do, how we can perform. So bear that in mind as we're moving you through the process. Know that it is my job to put you in a successful and peaceful place as we're selling your home and helping you buy the next one. But that's how we're going to achieve this for you. That's what we're going to do to put you in that position to be able to be offering the seller of the next home that really smooth transaction that they're looking for. And hopefully it's going to create the perfect domino effect as you're moving forward. So if you have any questions about selling your home, contingencies, what it looks like on the buy side of that, you have the home to sell, is there a contingency available? And there is. There is a video on that as well that I filmed for you guys to take a look at. Just know that you can ask me any questions. You can comment on the video, you can give me a call. We can talk about what that looks like for you with your sale specifically, but I'm happy to address those things so that you just know what we're gonna do to make this a super smooth, successful experience with attention to Detail Realty.